For some, 2020 may very well be a year to forget. But for most of us, it was unforgettable. 2020 scarred us one fresh wound after another. While the pandemic affected us all, there were some issues, events, and atrocities that curtailed our personal liberty, muzzled media freedom, and compromised an individual's entitlement to justice. It was the year for us to speak up, and it was the year that spawned the idea of Speak Up Odisha. Suicide attempts in front of Odisha Assembly, Nayagar minor girl murder case, social activist Aditya Dash death case, alleged custodial death in Puri, lapses in COVID-19 management, Viramitrapur minor girl rape case, attack on individuals, attack on our women and children, attack on media, attack on you. I stand here in the face of those events, those atrocities and those cries. I stand here to speak up. But one would ask why? It does not take a lot of effort to remember the absolute disregard of the people in power. The examples of abuse of power, law, and gross violation of human rights are littered all across 2020. And this is how things spun out of control. It started with you. Yes, you. You raised your voice against the COVID-19 mismanagement. As a diligent media house, we highlighted your concerns. But the government, instead of providing answers, arrested 2 individuals for spreading misinformation. Then it was media's turn to face the wrath. The Bhubaneswar Municipal Corporation filed a show cause notice and a complaint against OTV and asked officials to depose. But we did not bow down. We braved through it all and continued speaking up against the targeted aggression against media and muzzling of press freedom. It put the spotlight on the government machinery, its high-handedness and exploitation of power. We clearly poked the bull into a fit of rage. Then the witch hunt started. In a span of 2 months, around 20 false cases were filed against OTV, its sister companies, employees and family members. The harassment included the arrest of several employees, some of whom were intimidated and compelled to resign while in custody, and some of whom are still in custody. It became quite obvious that OTV's stand against corruption in the government and mismanagement of COVID-19 funds resulted in the targeted harassment. It got to such an extent that the police personnel started making rounds near the OTV office, severely hampering the work of journalists and employees. Such targeted harassment took a toll on Speak Up Odisha campaign. It was a calculated tactic by the government to derail us from our path. But we will continue to march. Push and shove our way into the eye of the storm if we have to in order to protect the 4th pillar of democracy. There are so many issues that need our voice, and Speak Up Odisha vows to be that voice of reason going forward. In 2021, Speak Up Odisha will continue to fight against corruption and injustice and be the voice that cannot be strong-armed and subdued. Of course, this won't be possible without your support and help. Please do give your suggestions on issues that need a voice. We are listening. On that note, this is Latisha Mangar signing off. I hope you welcome 2021 with courage and compassion. Happy New Year.